more hyper than this guy.
I think he just likes me around because I'm so mellow. It calms him down.
No, it does, for sure. But I have this, well, because every single decision that I make is like the most important decision in the world, and my life depends on it. That's how you are too?
Yeah,
Thanks a lot for giving that to me.
I wasn't planned.
But why does everything have to be so fucking serious? This is stress. This is caused by stress. It's called passion?
They wouldn't let me coach baseball. They said that you're crazy and you play every play like it's the ninth inning and
No, that's baseball. That's a sport. Yeah, I guess
that's
life is.
Yeah. I play it like it's the ninth inning and I'm losing.
Yeah.
So I gotta get a run in two and I gotta win the ball game.
How many games have you been ejected from?
A lot. They thought I was crazy and I said, no, this is passion. It's not crazy, it's passion. It's passion.
I just remember you one time got ejected from kicking the. I want to talk a little bit about judgment, how we tend to project our own shit onto others. I am very judgmental of people, places, and things. I have been my whole life. I'm like this anti-everything punk rock guy who's changed and built a new character that is open and accepting of things like Disneyland and ballet and fucking opera and fucking ice skating, things I don't like, okay? I like punk rock, death, and black metal and Danzig and fucking NoFX. So these
We got it. Next, we got it.
So I try not to judge, and when I do and I'm proven wrong, I really love when that happens because it reminds me not to judge a book by its cover. And I think there are some people judging us by our cover, which is I'm sober, she's not, and we have this relationship where we fight and we don't fight. And so yeah, I mean, just be careful what you think right away and maybe have an open mind, you know? That's it?
The length of time it took us to take it seriously was what really fucked us.
When you had Nancy Pelosi in fucking San Francisco saying this is a joke, you had the mayor of New York saying, the governor of New York saying this is, everybody was saying this is nothing because the World Health Organization was telling everybody that we're okay, don't worry about it. China's got it under control. Fucking China decided to shut off domestic flights. You can't fly anywhere in China. But they didn't shut down international flights. So Trump said, fuck, you're not coming here. So he shut down flights from China to here in January. And everybody put
Tim, you just fucked up.
What the fuck is he doing? You can't stop the Chinese from coming here. He said there's a fucking disease running around out there.
I don't know enough to argue, to be honest.
That's not true. Yes, it's true.
Well, my dad only knows what Fox News tells him.
International flights, but they didn't shut the fucking diplomacy and fucking people from coming. They never shut that down. That's bullshit.
In January, while the Democrats were trying to impeach him, he shut down.
3125.
He shut down international flights from China. And then a few weeks later, he shut down Europe flights and got criticized. It's on film. Got criticized by everybody. What the fuck is, he's prejudiced.
It's not on the beach.
He's putting down the Chinese. He's prejudiced against the Chinese. Are you fucking kidding me? They got a virus going on over there.
He shut down a portion.
It's on Warbeach, but it.
He shut down all incoming flights from China
So like that was
at the end of January. No, with the World Health Organization saying we're fine. It can't be spread from person to person. Watch the world, which was run, we found out now, from China. China ran the World Health Organization, and they didn't want anybody to know what the fuck was going on.
Regardless of what it is, but it's always going to be the controversy. But regardless of what it is, right now we got no choice but to continue with a little bit of the guidelines. So we'll be able to start opening up like you said.
Fine, we gotta go to work. Go to work with your mask on.
I got no problem with that.
But they're saying no. 3 more months. We have to wait to see if we can figure out if we have a cure for this.
But who's
Stay
they?
home.
Who-
The Democrats.
But Trump's the one saying it.
No. He's saying we have to go back to work.
But he's the president, so he.
He's leaving it up to the states.
Who are the Democrats? Like, who do you have names?
The states are run by a governor, and the governor is either a Democrat or Republican.
Oh,
Look it up.
our
Look at what the Democrats think are doing.
What's our governor's name?
Newsom?
Nelson.
So that guy.
Nelson.
Newsom.
Nelson.
Yeah.
So that guy's. He's saying don't.
Told us you can't open. You can't open. You have to wait 3 more months. He said, fuck you, I'm opening anyway, you open last Wednesday. You go to Newsom, you say, Newsom, Musk told you, oh no, we had a midnight deal we made. I ran over there, we made a deal that he's gonna wear a mask. He said, I'm open and we're gonna do the...
So can I ask you, why are you so angry about this?
Because the world, the economy is fucked. I sat down today at the restaurant, took the food outside, sat in the parking lot at the promenade, everything up. Nike closed, Barnes & Noble closed, every store closed. You can't go into Barnes & Noble with a mask on and the way Costco does it, keep the people spread out and buy some books. You can't go to Nike store and buy some sneakers and some clothes. Not according to Gavin Newsom. No, we got 3 more months before we can do that.
I wonder.
What the fuck are we gonna do in the next 3 months?
Can I?
Democrats are not. I'm with you. We need to be going back to this. We need to really. We want to go back to
Now
this.
go state by state by who's running the state and what they're doing.
I know we're gonna have to see how it goes down.
Look it
but
up.
there is a science to this, and they're just doing. The Democrats, I don't believe they're doing it just out of spite of the Republicans.
They do everything they do is in spite of. If Trump says the sky is blue, then it's not blue, it's white. They won't agree with anything the man has ever done. Nothing. Nothing has he ever done anything. They won't even admit that shutting down international flights from China in January was a good thing. God only knows how many lives.
They're going along CDC recommendations, not Democratic recommendations, with the states that aren't opening up.
Yeah, that sit at home and play with our masks
I know.
and our chachis, and we're gonna wait 3 more months because CDC said we should do that.
Well, they do it by stations though. They do it by stations and not 3 months. It's a lot of businesses that are gonna reopen right now.
Oh, but because they're fighting. They're saying fuck you.
But that's what is gonna happen.
What?
It's what is gonna happen.
But it's by force. They're not supposed to. We're supposed to sit around. Trump tried to get everybody going. He said, look, I want to open up on Easter.
I get a call.
Oh my God, he's trying to kill people. He wants everybody to die. He's saying, look, we gotta get going here. We're lending money and we're doing this stuff. We don't have that money, it's fake money.
Tim,
Our
you
deficit
missed the point.
is trillions and
If
trillions.
it's the CVC saying it, it's not the Democrats saying it.
We have no money. It doesn't matter.
What? But you didn't even like get there.
Yeah, the Democrats are going with recommendations of the CDC that isn't Democratic. They're bipartisan. They're just making scientific recommendations, and then most states are following it, and there's a few people going against it.
They told me with that thing, they told me to keep this kid in a cast for 2 years. The doctor told me that. The CDC said, you keep your kid in a cast.
I don't
for 2
take-
years.
listen, I don't-
Wait a minute, but they told me that. In fact, I lived it. And I put him in a cast. And a month later, I went back to the doctor.
So you want me to be less intense? Look at him. This is what I grew up with. How am I supposed to not be like that?
I said, well, you know something, asshole? We're gonna do that. Because this guy has a mind. He has a personality. He has a life to live. So my wife went fucking crazy. We took him in, got the operation, and the kid was walking around 2 months later. But that's the CDC. Stay home.
Can I
Stay
clarify
home.
one thing? I don't agree. My only point is I don't personally believe this is political. In this circumstance, I agree with, if it's Republicans saying we should open up, I actually agree with that one. I'm not scared of this thing. Like, I agree we should be
Well,
open.
do your
Yeah,
homework.
but that's the problem though, is that,
I don't think it's,
Look it up.
I don't think it's malicious. Just
yeah, I know, but not everything is
It is.
Republican,
There isn't a
Democrat,
There is not
You know,
a
I-
Democrat
that's-
that says we shouldn't be sitting home for another 3 months.
right? I want to go back to work, and so does Tim.
Right, but if you're a Democrat,
They're just, you guys are, they're just
you have an open mind.
so.
You're an independent.
And so,
Dad, most people don't watch what you watch. You need to like wake up. Joe Rogan was talking about how we should be, what we should be doing is we should be quarantining the sick and letting regular, it's not as simple as you think. Democrat, Republican, like that's what the Illuminati want you to think.
The Democratic-run Congress, it still has not assembled. They're still in their fucking homes, fucking around.
It's just not that simple.
No, I mean, it's look.
People are dying. It's complicated.
Most people
And it's
are
not
80 years old
as
and in a
simple.
nursing home.
Like CNN doesn't like make all the decisions in the world.
No, but they
You know what I'm
influence-
saying?
They influence.
Actually, not nearly as much as like internet, YouTube, Joe Rogan, and everything else. Like you're just living in this weird little fox bubble, and it's like
have to go
fucking
back to work.
sad.
We have to go back to work.
We
gotta go
all
back.
agree with you. We all agree with you. We're just saying it's not
Well,
political.
the governor of California doesn't agree with you. He said we gotta sit around for 3 more months.
Because he's scared.
Right, so great.
He's
What are
scared.
we gonna be in 3 more months?
He's probably
It doesn't matter if you lose your house. It doesn't matter if your kid isn't learning in school. It doesn't matter if your kid's sitting home playing video games. Nothing matters. We're worried about that 90-year-old person in a nursing home that might get a disease if he comes out in a wheelchair and into Barnes & Noble. I mean, fuck that shit. That's crazy. We gotta go to work. We gotta go to work. Now. Put on a mask. Stay 6 feet
Hold on,
away.
but I think that he's doing it because you're right. He's doing it because he's worried about that 90-year-old
No,
person.
he isn't.
Not
He
because
says that, but he knows if he keeps it shut down for a few more months, Trump is fucked.
This seems like it's working in Trump's
It's a
favor
fact.
to me. It seems like nothing's happening, and then Trump's just gonna be like get reelected because there hasn't been no.
Chances are he will either way, but I'm telling you, just do your research.
I mean, you really think people are so stupid that they're willing to collapse the economy
Yes.
just to fucking get rid of a guy?
Yes, they did.
I don't know.
The economy has never been as good as it is now in the history of the country. And the Democrats tried to impeach the guy because they said, you know, you didn't give the aid to the Ukraine when you were supposed to.
How many people?
The whole Democratic
How many?
Party.
Half the population?
Half the population.
So you think half of the United States population is like evil people?
No, they just believe that, like Tim is saying, they believe
They want to collapse the economy
No,
to
they
get
don't
rid of a
care about
person.
the economy. We have all this money. We're going to give people money. You're going to be able to stay home. And we're going to keep.
Okay, so
giving money.
half of the United States is retarded.
Well, that's their belief. That we
Right,
should-
they're, I mean, look, if somebody believes that, then they're retarded.
It's not an option.
If somebody believes that, then they're
You
retarded.
can't stay home anymore.
If somebody believes that, then they're retarded.
Well, then you're
Okay, cool.
You're
So,
not in the majority.
okay, so are we on the same page as far as that goes? Okay, so you believe half of America is retarded.
Half of America, or the part of America, if it's less than half.
Okay, so if half of America is retarded, I don't know that I even want to be in America. It's crazy. You have very little faith in the human race at this point. That's what's sad.
If you're telling, if
You know
you're a
what I'm
leader and you're telling your people how to run their business, to go out of business, they work their whole life for their business. I mean, I don't know what I'd be doing if that son of a bitch up in I was gonna say Albany in New York, but Sacramento here, if that guy was stopping me from working, I don't know what the fuck I would do.
We don't have an opinion either way because we don't believe that any of this shit is true.
How would you like to own a movie theater? How would you like to own a movie theater?
There's Republican governors ordering people to stay home.
No, look at what they're doing compared to, just look, the facts are there.
I know, but Florida and Texas and Georgia,
Yeah.
sure. But that's three of 19 states. The other,
No, but the other ones, they aren't getting the publicity because they're smaller, but they're all doing the same thing, they're opening up. With criticism from everybody on the left. They're killing people, they're risking people's lives. Just look at what and it's kind of, Trump is so damn smart. He said each state is different, each state should be run, and they should make the decisions in the state of how they're gonna do it. He's staying out of it. And by watching, you go, holy shit, Look at the Republican state, look at the Democrat state. That lady in Michigan, she's a fucking nut job. She's trying to keep it shut down for 4 more months. I think it's Michigan.
If the states open up and it starts going well, then trust me.
There's the proof, right? And
We'll,
watch.
we'll demand it
But
and we'll open up.
they're not gonna stop that, Billy. If it function on the states that are gonna open, the other states are gonna say, hey, we gotta join
But
that
it's
party.
gonna take time.
Okay. Well, it's gonna take time for the vaccine too, and that's what is gonna resolve the problem.
So everybody here agrees. If you're the governor of California, you're saying, hey, we're opening. We gotta stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
We gotta put on masks. Okay.
Of
but
course.
Our governor's saying 3 more months.
And you think you know why, but you don't. And that's all we're saying.
If it doesn't go well, the Democrats are gonna lose tons of support because if they're really fucking us, and all the Republican view turns out to be the better way,
They
then
never
support.
lose support ever. They never will lose support because the media is all left.
What media?
The media,
What CNN?
the New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN. The only thing we have on our side, the New York Post happens to be conservative, and Fox is, but it's the minority. All of the news, I don't know how it ever happened, but they're all left.
Well,
They're all-
maybe it happened because people talk the way you talk, which is very aggressive and like hostile. It's not like you're never gonna reach a solution with someone when you talk that way. I get what you're saying.
Governor,
I'm not disagreeing with
to
you.
let me lose. my
I'm just
business.
saying that if you gotta try to be the bigger person.
You can't open a hair salon.
I agree. Jesus, like you don't listen, man. And that's why, man. People don't want to they're just brainwashed, you know?
Tariffs.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's how I feel. There's nothing worse than when you're trying to do something really good and then you have other people that are
Criticizing
preventing
you. Wait
you.
till I'm done.
No, that's like what I was doing with like the whole like AAC. I'm like out here trying to like help people. And then you have these little fucking people who are like, don't talk about AA. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to like help this guy save his life. And you're gonna, do you know what I'm
The
saying?
best analogy to this virus is you. I lived it.
Well,
I
you're
lived
gonna-
it.
you're making
Yeah.
it
The
a
doctor
stretch.
said you needed to be in a cast for 2 years.
Well, he was a Democrat.
No, the doctor was going by this, like Tim said, the science. What the doctors are
The
saying.
CDC shit's.
The doctor
they're-
said that.
they're
It was
smart.
true. I read the report. He showed me everything. And then we sent him to school. I go, this ain't gonna work.
What you mean with my perthes or my
Yeah.
appendix?
No, with the Percy.
And the appendix.
There's something.
Well, but and the
There's
appendix.
a psych here.
The CDC is
go with your
bigger
gut.
than both Democrats and Republicans. They're like lying. They're a part of something bigger, and everybody's getting lied to.
That's what
Here's
I think.
They're going by recommendations that I agree they're getting false recommendations. They're just doing the best they can to go with the
How many people are gonna
recommendations.
die if you don't go back to work?
I know.
How many people are gonna kill themselves?
I know. There's.
They can only talk about what they know about, which is medicine.
They're doctors. The guy who said he had to stay in cancer was a doctor. He wasn't a psychiatrist.
I know, but what do you? I know they're not always right.
I took him to a psychiatrist and she
He
said,
can only give you one side, and then you have to marry that to the government side, and be in the middle
I
side.
had to decide.
You know what you guys, you know what you guys should do? You know what you should do? You should listen to this podcast. It's so crazy because this whole virus thing is, I think, even bigger than what you think. It's the beginning of like controlling people. Like never before in the history of the human race have people been forced to be disobedient. And that's the crazier thing. We're on the verge of having microchips put in us and being watched and monitored. And I think it's something even bigger than just Trump. I think it's a global. It's like crazy.
It comes from the left, not from the right. We want no control. We want
No.
little
I'm
government.
not. No. But I believe. No. I believe.
Big government.
No.
They want taxes. I'm not into
I
it.
believe that there's something even bigger than the left and right that is making you think there's a left and right, distracting you with this left and right thing when they're the ones that are really controlling everything.
Well, he did.
That's what I
But
think.
he's-
Like the
What
Rockefellers
he wasn't
and
able to explain is
the
that
Rothschilds,
Trump-
and
that Trump-
but he's still stuck on Trump because he's stuck
But
on
we
the thing.
frack, and we're able to create our own oil. We're the largest. Who would have ever thunk that in my lifetime that we'd be the largest producer of oil in the world? The United States. We don't need the Arabs for anything.
Yeah, but oil's not good though,
They
right?
give oil away for free now.
But oil-
We don't need it anymore.
Right.
We have our own. And that created pollution according to the left. And then also the pipeline. They stopped it. Okay, he got in there, he continued the pipeline. Now oil is getting from Alaska to here in a pipe. You know, oh no, we ruined the wild land by putting that pipe in. We killed animals. We ruined, you know, our children's future. You know, and a minute you can hear we ruined rainforests. No, we put a pipe in from Canada to here that you guys did everything in your power to stop. As soon as he got in there, he built the pipe, we fracked, and Arabs come to, we tell the Arabs go fuck themselves. We don't need anything from those fuckers anymore. Nothing. But we were dependent on them. When I grew up, we were waiting online for gasoline. We'd get there the day before. We'd wait online to get gas for a day. Because the fucking Arabs said, fuck you. You're not going to kiss our ass. We're not going to give you any oil. My father would go fucking crazy. Go, fuck those Arabs. All we need to do is get a businessman in the White House. I waited my whole life for that. We got a businessman. Trump said, fuck those guys. And he tried to do the same thing with China. He tried. He was ready to, everything in the world is made in China. Everything. Trump said, fuck China. We want to make our shit here.
So now you
China
can't
controls
get
the
mad at
world
me when I get intense.
We need to
'Cause
tell
that's
China.
why-
We told the Arabs to go fuck themselves. Now we need to tell China to go fuck themselves. And China is responsible for this. And I wouldn't put it past the fuckers to say, you know something? There's a disease. It's going around here. We're going to stop the planes from flying international in their own commercial in their own country. But they let the planes fly over the world. Come on. That's fucking China. They control everything. We couldn't even get the medicine. Couldn't get the mask. Because China makes them. Fucking China. And you think Obama...
Does someone have a little bit of water for him?
Any trade agreement or...
Let's get him some water.
Or get stuff made here?
His
No.
throat's
He can
gonna
put it in autopilot
cave in.
and stop it and did nothing. And let China take advantage of us.
You need some
Fuck
water,
China
I think.
And fuck their Arabs. We need to run
I don't know where'd my water go?
Okay, and China's pissed at Trump. And he got the trade...
It's my pops. That's where I got my passion from. A Democrat, right? He doesn't agree with what's happening at all. And he has major influence over a lot of people. It's not that simple. It's just not that simple. Joe Rogan's a Democrat. You know that, right? But he wants people to go back to work. He doesn't agree with what's happening. He thinks that governor, whoever said that, is like not.
Yeah, they're getting major. He's going against popular
he's
belief.
The biggest interviewer in the world, and he's like.
No, but the
talking
mayor's going.
shit.
I mean, the
And
governor's
this was
going against
before-
popular belief.
This was before they extended it to July. This was when it was May 15th.
There he is.
But I'm just saying that, like, it's you gotta be careful.
And the Walker maybe, but Newsom's doing it.
I just think we have to be careful when we start lumping human beings into two categories.
It's a shame it is.
No,
It's
but
that
we
way.
can't. We have to not think that way, like,
But
because like,
some Democrats are coming over and some Republicans are coming over, you know?
yeah. But what if it was just like? I just think there's more similarities than you think, and if we can try to
was
find
that
those
way.
similarities,
I also think.
I'm just trying to find a piece. Like, how do you find a piece? Like, I say there's more similarities, and you just kind of like roll your eyes. Like, what if we looked for those similarities and we tried to be friends, and rather than remember that one day I told you that debates should start by saying one thing you agree with that the other party's doing. How cool would that be if, like, the Democrats had to start the debate with, you know what, Trump, this is one thing I did like that you did.
Yeah.
And then it would just, like, lower the intensity, and then we could, like, have a conversation.
Would also mean that I said that to my mom once because she's like the opposite, right? She's like, she can't only see it one way.
Like your mom,
if you,
my dad, you guys wouldn't even be able to talk. It
but
wouldn't be happening.
if you guys can't figure out one thing that the other party did right, then you haven't
you're only getting fed one side.
Right.
There's other, you can agree on some things. And if you don't know if any of those things are, then you haven't heard the whole story.
Like, what's one thing the Democrats are right on?
I can't think of anything.
Point in case. But I mean, what about like recycling? I don't know. Isn't that something Democrats do?
Global warming, I don't believe in global warming.
Well, what about climate change?
I don't believe in any of that bullshit.
Why? But
Wait, do you?
But Billy,
Wait,
but Billy,
what about you, Mark?
but this is one problem, Billy.
I'm not kind of. What about the ozone?
This is one problem.
He's gonna cry. What are you crying about? Dad? Because I was in a cast and I couldn't.
When you get there, I want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything to them to the end of the day. Chris, I want
You were willing to sacrifice my leg so I wasn't gonna be miserable.
No, I mean, just operation. The risk of an operation is what?
Right.
That's why, oh, he can't get an operation. You know, it's, you know, but look, I got it.
Well, I mean, I can't run 2 miles, but I can run 1.
But do you want them to pick up the floor paper?
I mean, it's I feel it, but
No, he fixed it.
right.
And the same result as if you stayed in a cast for 2 years. He fixed it. But if you waited 2 years, chances are it would have fixed itself without the operation. And I said, it's more for sure if you do the operation. And then the kid will have his mind back.
Yeah.
I was driving.
No, that shit affected me permanently in a good way, believe it or not. Because I know what it's like to be different, That's the crazy part. But I'm glad it wasn't longer, I'll tell you that much.
But I had no support from anybody. I had no advice from anybody. I had to make a decision on my own. Everybody fought me.
And mom didn't want to do it either?
No, yes. Anybody who was involved today, they go, it was the right decision.
She didn't want to?
No. No, I got threatened divorce over it. The other 10 other times I got threatened divorce, that was one of them. Divorce, have my kids go under the knife.
Oh, man.